Biggest fish of the day right here. There's a solid 2.5. Just barely hooked. Nice sized fish. He's probably 2.25 maybe. And that was on a Livingston Lures Dive Master Junior. I believe it's real shad colors, the color of this crankbait. Using 14-pound line, 5:4:1 gear ratio Lew's, Tournament MG, and Rick Clun Signature Series S glass square bill rod. Another chunky 2-pounder. Choke that. Choke that Livingston. Yeah, you're probably right at 2. It's pretty fat. On the Livingston Lures Dive Master Junior again. There's one. Little guy. What's going on, guys? Fishing with Flair here, out on the lake doing a little bit of fishing, about to wrap up the day, and as you saw, I caught a fair amount of fish, not too many. It's really cold out here. Started off the day at around 29 degrees. It's warmed up to now about 45, 50, so it's not too bad anymore, but I'm just going to kind of go through the couple baits that I was using, mainly just one bait, and that's the square bill crankbait that I was using, and just kind of tell you a little bit more about the fall pattern that I was fishing, as well as the exact gear and presentation and stuff like that that I was using. So basically I was using a Livingston Lures Dive Master Junior. You guys have seen this in multiple videos. By far the best crankbait, square bill crankbait on the market. I love it. I use it all the time. I've had this one tied on for months and months, and it's just an awesome bait, an awesome color. As you can see, it's pretty beat up, and I took it out today, like I always do, and it did okay. You know, it didn't catch a ton of fish, but I've talked to a few guys that are out here, a couple guys from Anglers of the Corn. They have a YouTube channel. They're out here, a couple of them, 2 different boats. There's a tournament going on right now, about 10 boats, and then there's about 10 locals, and this lake's really not that big, and so for 25-30 boats, that's quite a bit. So it's kind of hard to fish the prime spots without someone have already hit them. So you basically just kind of have to pick one spot in the lake and go fish it, and you'll be the only person that fishes it first, and then the rest you're just going to be fishing behind people. So like I said, I was using the Livingston Lures Dive Master Junior. This is in real shad color. Using my square bill rod. This is the Rick Clun Signature Series S glass rod. It's a 6/8 heavy square bill rod, so it's short and stout, and it's a glass rod, which I like to use for square bill crankbaiting, especially when I'm fishing on rocks, which is where I've been fishing around today. I've been just keying in on the dam, some jetties, rock piles, that kind of stuff. Just basically keying on the rocks. I feel like most of the bass are feeding on shad or crawfish, and both of which do swim around and crawl around the rocks. So that's why I'm kind of keying in on the rocks. And just after talking to a few different guys on the water, the square bill's kind of been the deal today. So that's why I'm kind of focusing on that. Even though I did catch a few bass on a couple of different lures, I will focus on the square bill just because I know that's the pattern. And if I was going to stay on the lake longer, I'd probably catch a couple more. But like I said, there's just too many boats on the lake, and I'm just not, I'm just ready to pack it up. It's cold, call it a day, and get ready for the tournament coming up in about a week down in Louisiana. So, sorry, I'll finish kind of what I was doing. Blues Tournament MGs, the reel with 14-pound Vicious Pro Leaf fluorocarbon. Like I said, you guys have seen this setup before. I've made, the top 5 fall bass fishing baits. This was definitely one of them. And just like I said, basically when you're fishing fall, you're fishing in like a major cold front right now, and those are really common in fall, late fall, that kind of stuff. And so just bundle up, tie on a square bill. I also caught some on a buzz bait today. I caught one on a frog, which I wouldn't rely on because frog fishing's not that great when it's cold, but you can rely on a buzz bait, a spook, a square bill, that kind of stuff, and just go find some rocks, some jetties, go find some bait fish, or drag a jig for some crawfish imitation. So I never did that, but that's always an option too. So that's it for today's episode, and thanks for watching.